Have you ever noticed that AI seems to understand your instructions perfectly at the beginning, only to slowly drift, forget, or ignore them halfway through the response? And most people assume this is a bug, a memory issue, or a limitation of intelligence, but the real reason is far more structural and far more predictable once you understand how language models allocate attention. What looks like forgetting is usually instruction decay, and instruction decay isn't random. It's a direct consequence of how prompts are written and how constraints are positioned. Language models don't store instructions the way humans do. They don't remember rules and then apply them consistently over time. Instead, they continuously weigh all prior texts probabilistically as they generate each new token. This means that instructions are strongest when they are recent, concrete, and structurally reinforced, and weakest when they are abstract, distant, or buried under other content. This is why long prompts with detailed rules at the top often fail by the end. The model isn't being disobedient, it's being statistically rational. As generation continues, earlier instructions lose influence unless they are reactivated by structure. This explains a common frustration where users say things like, "I already told you to be concise," or "I already said not to use bullet points," and yet the model slips back into default behavior. The issue isn't repetition, it's placement and reinforcement. Another factor that accelerates instruction decay is abstraction. Rules like be engaging, sound professional, or avoid fluff are weak constraints because they don't anchor to observable behavior. The model can't easily test whether it's complying, so those instructions fade faster than concrete constraints like audience, format, or decision criteria. This is also why role prompting helps sustain alignment longer than stylistic rules. A role implicitly reasserts itself across the entire generation because it shapes vocabulary and reasoning continuously, whereas a one-time style note does not. There's also a sequencing issue most users miss. When we ask the model to think, decide, explain, and format all at once, we push it into reactive mode. In reactive mode, short-term objectives dominate, and long-term constraints decay faster. This is why multi-step prompting isn't just about quality, it's about memory persistence. Each step refreshes the constraint set. The model isn't recalling old rules, it's responding to new ones informed by previous outputs. This turns decay into reinforcement. Another overlooked cause of instruction loss is contradiction. When prompts contain competing signals, the model resolves them dynamically, not hierarchically. For example, asking for concise but detailed or simple but comprehensive creates tension. Early in the response, one constraint may dominate. Later, another takes over. To the user, this feels like forgetting, but it's actually oscillation between unresolved priorities. Clear hierarchy prevents this. If one constraint matters more, it must be framed as the objective, not just another adjective. Formatting instructions are especially vulnerable to decay because they are usually appended as afterthoughts. Telling the model use one paragraph only or avoid headings works best when that instruction is tied directly to the task itself, not listed separately. When forma is framed as part of the identity of the output rather than a rule to remember, compliance improves dramatically. This is why expert prompt engineers don't rely on long rule lists. They design prompts so that violating the constraint would mean violating the task. Another technique that reduces instruction decay is anchoring. Anchors are short phrases that reassert constraints implicitly. For example, repeating the audience or role within the task description reinforces it without restating rules. Anchors work because they reintroduce the same signal in new linguistic forms, keeping it active in the probability space. It's also important to understand that not all tasks need long-form constraint persistence. If the output is short, decay doesn't matter. But for long scripts, analyses, or multi-page outputs, decay is inevitable unless we design around it. This shifts how we think about prompting. Instead of asking, "Why did the model forget?" we ask which constraints were fragile. Fragile constraints are abstract, distant, optional, or conflicting. Strong constraints are concrete, recent, embedded, and reinforced. Once you start diagnosing prompts this way, AI behavior becomes predictable rather than frustrating. You stop repeating yourself and start restructuring. This is also where many people misunderstand context windows. A large context window doesn't solve decay by itself. It allows more text to be visible, but it doesn't change how attention is distributed. Structure still wins. The takeaway here is simple but powerful. Models don't forget instructions, we write them in ways that fade. When we design prompts that respect how attention works, compliance improves automatically. And this insight connects everything we've covered so far on this channel: compression, sequencing, roles, and now persistence. In the next video, we'll show exactly how to design prompts that actively resist instruction decay, including when to repeat constraints, when to embed them, and when to break tasks into steps so alignment never drifts.